Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're taking a look at a Roaring EX Poison deck. So of course, with my quest to get as many G-Block ones that I want to get done as possible, this is one of them because unfortunately we lose Roaring to rotation in G-Block. Gonna be sad when this card goes. I remember when it was really good at one point in time and now it just completely dropped off the radar. But anyway, as per usual, in the description below, there'll be the usual links to the timestamps. There'll be the deck list, which is also available to copy in the description below. There'll be the games that we'll play, and of course the outro and what I think of the deck. So of course, our main focus is going to be the Roaring EX. Obviously, we're going to try and get some donks as well today, hopefully. Because I've noticed not a lot of people have mentioned 2 Pokemon, which, you know, useful. But obviously, we're going to be trying to use Roaring today with his Frenzy Gouging attack, which will be very good against the Megas, let's put it that way. Frenzy Gouging knocks out your opponent's active Pokemon, and if we knocked out any active Pokemon in this way, this Pokemon does 200 to itself. So of course, bad, but if we have an F-Back on, well an A-Back on it, it's not too bad, because obviously we're at 90 HP remaining. And then we also have the attack Calamity Storm for 100 damage, and we may discard a Stadium in play. If we do, this attack does 120 more damage. Now, of course, had I had this channel a long time ago, we would have Pokestop, we would have Switch Car, we would have all sorts. But no, we've actually lost a lot of our turbo ability, so now Roaring sort of relies on a donk sort of strategy, and obviously using Frenzy Gouging to take 2 prizes on big stuff, and obviously now that we have Megas, I think this is the perfect time for me to actually play this deck, because obviously I can get Frenzy Gouging going quite quickly. But obviously we're not just playing that, we're obviously playing the Pecharunt for our donk potential, with the Toxic Subjugation. And of course, we have the Brute Bonnet up here. I am playing 1 copy of Munkidori. This is just to help the Roaring's math. Obviously, we can energy switch to this, is the idea. And obviously, we can do that. Obviously, we can Sada to a Brute Bonnet and then energy switch off it. So that's my thought process there. And obviously, with the ability Toxic Powder, if we have an A-Back on this, we can make both active Pokemon poisoned. And hopefully we can get some donks today. If not, we can hopefully get some Frenzy Gouging on some Megas, which would be quite nice. So let's get into the deck list and let's have a look. And welcome to the deck list. So obviously we're not playing like the highest counts of like our attackers and stuff, because obviously the main strategy of the deck is we do want to poison donk. But of course we do have 2 of the baby Roaring and 2 of the big Roaring in here. Obviously 2 Brute Bonnet as well, so we can use the Petrarunts we're playing 2 of. Mew for a little bit of draw, Fez for a little bit of draw, Munkidori just for a little bit of damage manipulation, because obviously if we do Frenzy Gouging and we don't get knocked out, the Calamity Storm math would be helpful. And then of course, Bloodmoon Ursaluna for the late game, Squawkabilly to help get us set up, and of course Latias to get us free retreat into Petrarunts. 4 Sada, 4 Carmine, 2 Boss, 1 Iona, which is now actually switched out, so this list, I've forgotten to update this deck list. It's now -1 Iona for a 3rd Pokégear, so I'll quickly do that now because I've just remembered. 4 Nest Ball, 3 Ultra Ball, 3 Earthen Vessel, 3 Energy Switch, 3 Pokégear, not an Iona, because I playtested this deck before I started this video, and to be honest, I think the Iona is irrelevant. I've done it in TCG Live, just forgot to do it here. 1 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod, 1 Pal Pad, 1 Secret Box, 4 Abex, 3 Perilous Jungles, and 9 Darkness Energy. Obviously, this is one of those decks that, you know, we're not going to be getting too many games where we're going to obviously donk. But, of course, the Frenzy Gouging for 3 prizes could always be nice. And, obviously, we play a lot of Energy Switch to obviously accommodate for that. You could arguably go up to 4 instead of the 3rd Pokégear, but the Pokégears get us into Carmine's, Bosses, and Sadas. So I figured, why not? So, let's get into some games and see how we do. And welcome to the first game. Hey, it's got to take the same t-shirt. Get in. I love the Snorlax t-shirt because it's like a Jama top. I have, not right now, but I have a pair of Snorlax socks because I feel like a Snorlax on my days off. Especially when I've been at work, like, I feel like a Snorlax because, you know, you can relax, you can take your time. But yeah, I feel like a Snorlax on my days off where I just want to sleep. Like, I just want to wake up, eat, sleep, repeat. That's generally how I feel on my days off from work. Okay, so are we going second or first? He's going first. We can start the Baby Moon. I think that's fine. Because we can potentially attack with this turn 1. Obviously, we got Ultra Ball for not Fez. Squawk. So we have options here. Ooh, we could get a donk. If you don't mention another Snova, okay, yeah, he's got the Snova. Just don't attach to it on the bench. Of course he attached it to the bench, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. This is where Frenzy Gouging is going to be really useful in this matchup. So let's get rid of these two. Is our sport prize? No, it is not. Excellent. I can bench the Roaring Moon because it does take 3 for him to knock it out, but of course I have to do that with the Squawk. And we'll get rid of the rest of the cards with Squawk. Okay, that's not too bad. Just means we're not getting a poison strategy going. Even if we did, we would be 1 damage counter off, so it's kind of annoying. But still, we can play the Nest Ball now. Do we want to grab the Pecharunt? Because our Latias is prized. We might as well. It'll come in useful, I guess. Sada, to the moon. Oh, well, you are joking me. We whiff? Oh, God. That feels rough. That feels really rough. I mean, it's not the end of the world, because like I say, we can potentially gust the Mega Bomber Snow later, or if it comes into the active now, it's not that big of a deal. Obviously, we already have 1 ancient card in there, and once we get rid of our stuff of Carmine, we can attack with the Baby Moon and take out this Nova. Like, we don't have to just use Roaring Moon EX, we can use the Baby Moon, which this doesn't rotate, so Ancient Box is still a valid strategy, but I was going to say, I thought Brute Bonnet did. Brute Bonnet does rotate. That's disappointing, but, you know, you can't have it all. Let's see what our opponent here does, though. Obviously, we're down 2 Energy Switch after this Carmine, which feels rough, but, well, I don't have a lot of choice. Because, okay, they're just going to pass. Makes sense. There's a Darkness Energy, so we can do that. I probably should have just Carmined and then got rid of that. That's fine. We can attach... It doesn't matter for the Roaring Moon math. We can do that. We can put down the Perilous Jungle. Vessel away a Vessel. And yeah, we'll just Vengeance Fletching. Obviously, getting our Roaring Moon established, a big Roaring Moon with 2 Energy Switch down. There's our Latias, that's helpful. Could be an issue, but obviously we have the single prize threat of this Roaring Moon, which is nice. That's kind of why I kept it in there. Like, the original list I found on Japan, well, in Japan, I think it's like a 2-month-old list, this originally was. There is actually no cards in here that I've put from the new set in here. There's not really a lot, to be brutally honest, that helps it. But, I mean, early Roaring Moon pressure is clear enough. Like, we're doing enough with it. But let's see what happens. I think, personally, my opponent has possibly Rage Quit because of the potential Frenzy Gouging for 3. And if that's the case, not a problem, but, you know, kind of sucks that we have to end it this way, but, you know. And, yep, just a pass. I'm not going to waste any time. We'll just go for the Vengeance Flashing. And that's a game. I don't know why it makes me take a prize. PCGL fixed this. I shouldn't have to take a prize after I take out the last Pokemon. That's simple, but yeah, let's go on to game 2. And welcome to game 2. When again, we're slowly getting there back up to Arceus rank. I really want those rewards because obviously I don't have the highest amount of credits and stuff like that. It's useful for when we do the wheel episodes, because obviously we do have to craft the EXs a lot of the time that we use on the wheel. But obviously the tech cards that we may not have from packs and stuff like that, we do have to do that from our credits. So it can be potentially a risk of obviously me running out of credits. And the opponent's going first. So no donk again, but that's fine. We can deal with that. We could always just go second and, you know, donk. It's not the end of the world. Come on. There we go. For some reason my mouse is like not enjoying TCG Live. Like, it's fine on other games, it's just it doesn't like TCG Live. To be fair, you may notice in the corner sometimes when I'm recording, you may notice this flashes a bit. Especially in the desktop. I don't know why it does that, because it doesn't do it when I'm recording other stuff. like, this does flash, and it's like, I don't get it, because, you know, it doesn't do it, you know, for the other games that I play. It's weird. Ultra Ball, so Squawk. I'm not getting a vibe of what this is. Fire Energy, this has got to be Ceruledge then. Yeah, it's Ceruledge, okay. We could, if he doesn't put down another Charcadet, we could be in a good position here. Because we can Secret Box and do some shenanigans. I like that. If you don't put down another Charcadet, I'm gusting that. Pal Pad. Has he even squawked? No, they're not squawks. Why did they play the Pal Pad? Because you could draw back into the stuff. There's Squawk. Double Squawk? Okay, sure. Just gotta hope they don't bench another Charcadet, because then we can get some early pressure with a Patch. And obviously start setting up. Okay, that's good. We can start getting some pressure on now. Double Nest Ball is definitely a start. So let's Earthen Vessel away the Bloodmoon, because we're not going to need him. Then I can Secret Box away Nest Ball, Dark, and Carmine. Because I need... So we'll take the Stadium and the A-Beck. I will take... Because I need a boss. So we'll take the boss, and I'll take a Pokégear. Because we have Nest Ball in hand for Brute Bonnet, is my thought process. So, grab you. How's prizes looking? Not too bad. We have prized one of our moons, though, which could be an issue if we want to get it swinging. That's fine, though. Boss to Charcadet. Do that. A-Beck. We can attach here, because this is an underrated attack, and I think we will. And then Toxic Powder. And pass. Down goes the Charcadet. Obviously, Soul Rock can come in now and cause some issues, but we can deal with that. We can definitely deal with that. And yep, there's the Fighting Energy to respond. This is probably one of his best attackers in this matchup, believe it or not. Like, genuinely, this is a really good attacker in this matchup. Obviously, in this matchup as well, we do have to worry about Ceruledge, and obviously Roaring Moon cannot one-shot it. So, we have to be careful in that regard. But no, we're going to lose our Pecharunt here, so we have to bench the Moon, and then Pokégear hopefully into something good. Because this is not looking good so far. Like I say, it just has to be a turbo deck, which it's running a lot better than the one I played in the previous video, which you would have seen. There's a research. Get rid of Briar feels good, though. That's pretty good. That's double Rod down as well. Interesting they're playing a Rod. And yep, Cosmic Beam for 70 damage. Annoying, but we can deal with it. We can leave the Brute Bonnet in the active for a little while. That's not a problem for me. So we'll bench the Roaring Moon, Pokégear, into a Sada. That's pretty good. Sada to each of them, because obviously they are both ancient Pokemon. We can Ultra Ball away Night Stretcher and the Perilous Jungle and grab ourselves our Mew. We don't need to worry about getting this Brute Bonnet at the active just yet. I can attach to the Moon. Restart for 2. That's not bad. We can get that on there as well. I can then Mew for the Latias. Oh, not Mew. Nest Ball for the Latias. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to Poison. Obviously, without our Pecharunt, we don't take this out. But if we can get a way to get another Pecharunt back, we can Latias free retreat into it and take out this Soul Rock for free. So then they don't get Fez value. They're probably wondering why they don't get to play Fez, but still. Also, we can Gust this Charcadet, which feels good, if we get a boss off the top. Okay, never mind, it's now a Ceruledge. Obviously, if we do Frenzy Gouging this, we still take 2 prizes, because Legacy states damage from an attack, for those that didn't know that. Yeah, this is actually not a good matchup for Rory Moon. This is actually quite a rough matchup. Obviously, Solrock can come back in once we Frenzy Gouge, but it doesn't do 90 unless he techs a Premium Power Pro. Has he played a support yet? Yeah, he played the Research, didn't he? I think he played... Was it Research this turn or turn before? No, it was turn before. So he could boss. He's definitely getting rid of a lot of energy here. Obviously, our prize map in this situation is going to be 2-2-2, because obviously we did take a single prize, which is not ideal, but still. Like, I don't think Roy Moon is like the best deck to play right now because, you know, it's not a great deck, but still. They could retreat into the Serral Edge and take out our Brute Bonnet. That's one option they could do. They could also just swing with a Cosmic Beam for 70, it's not a bad thing, but no, it looks like they're going to go for the Serral Edge. They could boss, and that feels rough if they do. Oh, you've got to be joking me. Please don't tell me you're going off for that. 13, 260, exactly 290. Are you joking me? What is it with these freaking players today, man? They get all the luck in the world. This is ridiculous. It's going to be very hard to set up a moon now, and it's going to be impossible with that, unless we restart into one. Well, technically we do, but then I don't get any draw afterward. Jesus, wet. Okay. Realistically, do we have an out? Because if I play the Carmine, I get nowhere. If I play the Ultra Ball, I get nowhere. If I play the Sada, it goes here. No. Let's just go to a game 2. Well, once again, it seems we're facing people with main character syndrome, because that Serral Edge player had the exact math to take out our moon. Very disappointing, but, well, that's just what happens, unfortunately. It's one of those things, like, you can't predict what's going to happen. And, you know, it's just frustrating when it happens, but, you know, that's the nature of card games, unfortunately. Oh, the Bloodmoon start? With no draw or anything like that? Come on! PGCGL, just kick me in the knackers and tell me you're done, like, come on! I've had way more losses today than I have actual wins. Like, I played Alakazam this morning, like a couple of hours ago. Oh god, this is that stupid Hydreigon list, isn't it? Right, okay, this is gonna get ugly. I'll just attach to the bear and then pass. And before a certain content creator, because, yeah, they don't like bear, you need bear in this list, because bear for late game swing is needed. I know exactly what list this is. This is that stupid Hydreigon list. The one that won an online tournament, which I think is terrible, but as a fellow Hydreigon player, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, it's going to be a long day, I think. But let's see what happens. We could Pokégear to a Carmine and go from there. Maybe we're good, but I doubt it. There's a Vessel. What are they going to get off the Vessel? Because you've not even fan called yet. Yeah, they've not even fan called yet. I mean, you know, if you're taking this long to decide what to discard, clearly, see, why did it take you that long? It's a Dark Energy. Sheesh. Well, you can fan call, get some Noctowls. You can also stomp off and discard the top card of our deck, but he's not even fan called yet. Like, are you going to fan call, or are you just going to pass or stomp off? Oh, there we go. We've got some life in there. Yep, no worries. Ultra Ball. Getting rid of what? Carmine and Hoot Hoot. Sure. I mean, you've got 2 Noctiles in hand, so yeah. Grabbing a Teal Mask. Into the Teal Mask. Teal Dance for 1 card. Fair enough. Are you going to stomp off or are you just going to pass? I swear, if they stomp off and get rid of our secret box, I'm going to be pissed. I am not going to be happy. I mean, they have overcommitted, so if we do find our secret box, we could be in the driver's seat. Because then we can grab Brute Bonnet and start poisoning stuff. They didn't even stomp off. They didn't even see that line. That's a good start. We can get rid of you and get rid of you. So, let's have a look at the hand. Sada, Abeck, Pokégear. I think based off of what we have in hand, we have to grab the moon and get some draw in with the Sada. Sada for 1. Nest Ball does get us a Latias, but this hand is kind of dead without it, so I think I just take the Mew here. Do that. Bench the monkey. Pal Pad back these two. Play the gear. Obviously, we've already supported the turn. And then restart. Okay. Does that get us anything? Not really. If I can vessel away this. I can get an attachment down at the very least. But if they have Rare Candy Hydreigon plus Neo Upper plus all that jazz, this could get ugly. And I mean really ugly. Terra Orb, that'll grab in the Hydreigon. I think, but like the Hydreigon list I used to play didn't have the Noctowls in it, but I played the Xatu engine and that felt a lot faster than what this does, because you just put an extra 2 prizes in play. That's the main thing, and obviously you got to find E-Switch as well, so that's another thing. Rare Candy Hilda. Hilda does get a new upper if it's not prized, but knowing my luck, it's not prized. Rare Candy into the Hydreigon. Are we facing the main character again? Hilda for evolution plus Neo Upper. So they'll grab a Noctowl if they don't have it in hand. Because if they don't take out this Bloodmoon, we could potentially Frenzy Gouging this and reset them. Nope, there's the Neo Upper. So that's 3. Do you still need an E-Switch? And if they do that, this is rough, because we have to Frenzy Gouging this, and then we just die afterwards, so... And of course they have the E-Switch. Why would they not? Ugh. What is my luck today, man? Obsidian, 1, 2, 3. I know what you're gonna do. Unless he's not Red Roaring Moon, but that's a bit copium. I'm pretty certain they've Red Roaring Moon before. So I've just got to hope they don't hit the Roaring Moon with 130, but they probably will. And they did. Okay. We have to Gouging this regardless. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. We have to Gouging this. We get the Ultra Balls and get what we need, but yeah, this is rough. We have to gouge this. There's no other option. Bench you, retreat into you, restart for 1. We have to gouge this. As bad as that feels, I don't have a choice here. I can promote the single prize Munkidori. We take each other out. I take the A-Spec out of play. I think that's my only option. Obviously, I can promote Munkidori for a single prize option. But if they have a Teal Dance plus attach boss, they just take out my Mew, so... I'm kind of praying right now, but I'm not a religious man, and yeah. My luck has not been great. So let's see what happens. Promote the Munkidori. Because at least it's a single prize, and if we do get another Roaring Moon established, we can potentially get a swing. So how many Ancients do we have in the discard? 1, 2, 3, 4. So Baby Moon in hand is doing 110 right now. Obviously, he is trying to set up for another game. Well, he's trying to set up for game with that Hydreigon. But could he Obsidian again? I don't know these energy counts. That's the thing. I don't know the energy counts of this deck. Okay, so we'll grab the Night Stretch back. Not... My computer's trying to turn off the... Well, my computer screen is trying to turn itself off. Sada... An energy switch. That's not an energy switch. We can, however, Munkidori off some damage, which this could matter. We can Adrenabrain off the Bloodmoon and put it on the Dino. And we can pass. This actually does make it easier, because now Bloodmoon is out of range of the attack. I know some are going to say, why you're not moving off the Mew. The Mew dies regardless if I move. Oh, of course. They have Rare Candy Hydreigon. Of course they do. Why would they not? We could actually be okay here, though. Okay, no, we're not. But that's fine. Sada to you. Abeck is good here. We can Abeck the Moon. Adrenabrain. 3 off. Put it on the fan now. We probably should have been putting it on the fan in the first place, but it's not that big of a deal. In fact, no, I should have put it on the Hydreigon because it's only 1 damage counter away afterward to be knocked out by Bloodmoon. That's okay, though. We can always find... well, in fact, no, we can't really get extra poison damage on this. Let's see what happens, though. We could Pokégear into a boss and then gouge this. Because he seems to just be relying on the Hydreigon for attack. Which we can take advantage of that. He can now attack and obviously start milling. How many boss are we down? We're not down any boss. Crashing Headbutt. Take out the Munkidori. Oh, you son of a bugger. He got the boss. Okay. This could be bad, but we should be okay. We should be okay. Can we actually go with a moon? We could go with... No, Blood Moon is what I mean. Yeah, we just need another attachment, but then we fall risk to... Well, then again, we fall risk to weakness, but, you know, for the content, we will do it with the Big Moon. So let's Secret Box you, and we'll get rid of you, because at least I can Sada this turn. We can grab Abeck, Perilous, and, no, Energy Switch. So now I can Energy Switch off the Bloodmoon. Here. I can then Sada to you. In fact, I can Energy Switch that back. At least we're thinning cards, but then again I can set up another moon. I'll do that instead. Do that. A-bet here and gouge. Honestly, Frenzy Gouging, when it first came out, this card was cracked. I remember winning a League Cup with Roy Moon in my deck list. I played, it was back when we had super effective glasses, so I played a glasses lost box. I had the Tropius, which had rally back for 120 if you'd lost a, well, if you took a knock, if you was knocked out in the previous turn, which could one-shot Charizard. I had Roy Moon, I had Iron Hands, I had a Minior as well for control. So yeah. We had a lot of options. Obviously, we couldn't Munkidori because Munkidori is candidated, but it's fine. We should still have a boss in deck as well, so we can actually boss for game. Or if he leaves his Teal Mask in the active, we should be fine. But no, I think we've recovered this quite well. To say they got a turn 2 Hydreigon, I think we've recovered this pretty well. And the Frenzy Gouging is just a cracked attack, so, you know. We've just got to make sure they don't take a prize and we have to gouge with a damage moon, because then that causes us issues. But no, I don't think they have an answer here. They're not playing anything, they're not doing anything. I think we have game. I think we do have game. How many dark in the deck? Well, in the discard, none. So we'll just gouge, yeah. We can, or in fact, no, we'll Calamity Storm. We're not giving them prizes. I'm going to be petty as hell. Calamity Storm, discard the Perilous Jungle. 220, and that's a win. We'll take that. Definitely needed that. Right, next game. And welcome back. We're once again not far from Arceus League. It feels like I'm repeating myself a lot. But yeah, that match went pretty well. Like I say, having the access to Frenzy Gouging is what saved us in that matchup. We just got lucky that they couldn't get another Hydreigon going quickly. We're going to go first. But Roy Moody X put a lot of work into that matchup. That's for sure. Let's see what we get off the top. Okay, that's not great, but we could get a Carmine. Does the opponent have a mulligan? No. They're just taking a bit of time to choose what to put down. That's fair enough. But yeah, this hasn't gone too bad so far, I don't think. I think it's gone pretty well, because now we can attach a touch and go from there. But no, I mean, like, this isn't the best Roy Moon list, because obviously we lost a lot of support to Roy Moon in the previous. Ooh. Ooh, okay, well, we'll do that. Do that. Carmine? Nothing. Oh boy, it's going to be one of those games, is it? Right, okay, that's fine. We'll bluff them. Make them think we have energy. Because on their screen, we'll look like we have 4 cards in hand. Oh, it's Charizard. Okay, no, the bluff didn't work. I should have probably Vesseled first and then played the Pokégear, but it's fine. Energy, they can Grass Withdraw for 1 at least. Yeah, fair enough. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what we get. There's a Carmine. It's a bit late, love. Oh boy. Right. I don't really want to put this Latias down, I'll be brutally honest. Let's think. I mean, I can think for Mew, but that means I do have to put Latias down. Which is fine and all, but, you know. Actually, no. I don't want to take that now. I want to draw one off the Mew. Ultra Ball, that doesn't really help us. Pass. See, in this matchup, we also want to try and gouge the Charizards. They're probably going to get the first swing, though, which feels really rough. But that's just the nature of the game sometimes. Lilies for another 8. Their hand must be really dead if they're playing 2 Lilies back-to-back. There's Pidgey. If they have Rare Candy Zard, that feels bad, but we can work with it. It's not the end of the world. We just gouge it, like, you know, that's why we play Roy Moon, you know. But no, like, when I played a League Cup with Roy Moon, I didn't do very well, like a standard Roy Moon list, like 3 Roy Moon, Perilous Jungle, stuff like that. Didn't go too well. But my sister, who was running the exact same 60 as me, she came top 8, I believe, and I still hold a grudge for that to this day. I'm not a happy bunny about that. There's Pidgeot, but you've just put that Pidgey down this turn, so no shenanigans for you. Artisan. What's he grabbing off the Artisan? Duskull, okay, it's this version, that's fine. And then you can just Cleffer for 3. Not a bad play. I mean, to be fair, Ultra Ball in the way the air balloon feels bad, but, you know, it's just how it happens. Alright, so there's an ABEC. That doesn't really help us. So, let's Artisan. We'll grab a Brute Bonnet, because obviously that can come in useful. I don't need to put an ABEC on it now. I can wait for that. I do want to grab another Roy Moon, though. That's for sure. Because I can Roy Moon, or I can Carmine, then Mew later. It's not a big deal. Never mind, we're not even going to do that, because apparently we whiffed. Gear. Oh my god. Are we really going to whiff a Dark Energy now, of all time? Oh no, this feels rough. Come on, Mew. Get me an energy, please. That's not an energy. Pass. Oh my lord. Oh, this feels bad. We whiffed on that. Are you kidding me? That means Rare Candy Charizard. Oh no. And speak of the devil, here he comes. But then again, they did have Pidgeot in hand. They could have whiffed the Charizard in hand. They have to Rare Candy Pidge. Then, you know. I doubt it, though. See, whenever it says selecting cards from their hand, that means they have 2 evolution Pokemon in hand. So we know we're especially buggered, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this is just unfortunate. I mean, you know, I probably should have taken that Sada earlier on, but, well, too bad. It's one of them things. I could have free retreated into the Brute Bonnet, which would probably be a good decision, but they could just attack with Pidgeot and still take a prize. And if they're playing Briar, that makes our job a whole lot harder. So yeah, they've got to have Charizard in hand. Surely they've got to have Charizard in hand. I mean, if they don't, we can boss the Pidgeot if we get a Dark Energy. And we can potentially, you know, Ghost. Take out the Pidge, which would be nice. Okay, sure. There's Pal Pad, that does nothing for us. Does get some Carmines back in the deck, though. We'll boss the Pidge. Restart for 1. Come on. That does get me an energy. That does get me an energy. Good, we can gouge this now. Obviously, it feels a little bit rough, but, well, we've got to take prizes somehow. So yeah, gouge the Pidgeot. Obviously, from how bad we've been whiffing stuff, it's probably going to be a bit harder to get this going. There's a Sada and Energy Switch. So they can actually dust the active, but then we just promote Brute Bonnet. So we're not at the end of the world here. But this could get rough. If they have Dust Noir, this could get rough. There's Rare Candy Charizard. That's fine. We're ahead on the prize race, but we might not be for much longer. Let's see what happens. Because we need a double E switch now. Didn't fin the fires out the deck, interestingly enough. There's Fez. They have to take out this moon, there's no question about it. Lilies again. Okay. That's good for us though, because no supporter, but could have counter catcher. But they don't have any reason to play counter catcher right now. They have to deal with this moon because it's the one that's powered up. If we can at least... Oh no. My worst nightmare just dropped. Curse Blast, they take out this. They could take out Bonnet as well. No, they're just going to give me a prize for that. That's fine. So we do take a prize from the Dust Noir. Obviously, they also take 2 prizes. That is exactly what we need to get a Roymoon going. And then promote the Bonnet. They could still have counter catcher in hand, though. That's my worry. Flip the script. If they do that, it's basically over. Yep, he's just a Gust of Moon. Of course he is. They have it every time. Ugh. Of course they have it every time. It's fucking Charizard. Like, just seems with me in characters today. Alright. So we need Night Stretcher off the Fez. Otherwise we lose. Well, that is something. We get it. But then they just go Blazing Destruct. Well, they go Steady Fire Breathing for game if they have another Zard. But to be fair, with that free price turn, we lose regardless. So Sada, 1, 2. I can bump their stadium, I guess. With that big of a hand, I wouldn't be surprised if they have it. But we have to do something. And, yeah. Frenzy Gouging. We've just got to hope they don't have it. But given that humongous hand, plus Fez, they definitely have it. But we're going down fighting. We're 100% going down fighting. Obviously, we do not want to gouge at this point because that enters Sudden Death, which we could win that in Sudden Death. And it'd be the first time Sudden Death is on this channel, but Yeah. If they have Rare Candy Zard, they win. Like, they should have candy in that hand. Arven, they've got to have a candy. Yeah, they've got it. But they could whiff on Fire Energy. So I'll wait. They could bluff us. If they have the fires, fair enough, but they may not. Because all their energy might be an and. Moving attached cards, which probably means they've got it. They've got one, but they could have one in hand. Yep, that's game. So we'll just concede, and that's that. Really unfortunate. Like I said, the Dust Noir play is what really disrupted us there. But, well, that's Charizard in a nutshell. They always have it. Always remember that. Charizard players will always have it, even if you think they don't. Anywho, so what did I think to the deck? I think the deck is fine. I just think this deck is horribly outdated. Like, Roaring Moon needs another way to play it. But the problem is, by the time we have that figured out, obviously we already have Megas in format and everything like that. And yeah, this deck just feels very outdated to play. It doesn't feel like it has anything new to bring to the table. But obviously, because it's a G-Block card, and obviously I wanted to feature Roaring Moon EX in some capacity, I wanted to play it today. But I don't think it did too bad. I think the deck did quite well. Obviously, it did brick a little bit, but, well, that's Roaring Moon for you. When you're playing so many different items and stuff like that. But honestly, I think, like, if you are going to play Roaring Moon these days, this is probably the best way to play it, but it feels really outdated and clunky. And obviously, with the Megas being out and everything, why would you play this? But like I said, the main reason why I played it is because I wanted to obviously feature as many G-Block cards. Obviously, you'll have seen as well, there's some older deck lists that have been coming out, obviously with different commentary and everything, because obviously we don't have the Mega cards in those videos. But you would have seen as well, there's pinned comments relating to what could be added to the deck from the Mega Evolution set. So don't worry about that. They are older videos, but of course they are still relevant. But anyway, I'm going to leave it all to it for today. I really hope you enjoyed seeing Roaring Moon EX Poison Package, and I'll see you next time.